Hi everyone. Glad to be on here live, excited for today. I'll just take a minute and let people join and check my Facebook and make sure that everything is coming through clearly. If there's any issues, please just put in the comments, say hi if you want to, and start putting in your questions if you have some. All right, so today I'm on here talking about sensing energy. So if you have questions, start popping them in the comments, okay? Please. Because honestly, I have nothing prepared. I didn't prepare anything. I just figured I'd jump on here and talk to you guys about what you're going through, what type of questions that you have regarding sensing energy, and so on and so forth. So it's really going to be all what you guys put into it as well too, okay? How about that snow in Rhode Island? Right? Oh my God. All right, let me just get on my computer. And please let me know if you're having trouble hearing me, because that happens sometimes. The tripod, sometimes it blocks the audio. Tell me how you're doing. Tell me how you're feeling. What's going on with you? What type of questions do you have with energy? What have you always maybe wondered about energy? My book is stuck here. I don't know why that happens. There we go. All right. So I'm really excited. I've been setting up a different room in my house so I can go live for my sound clearings as well, because every time I try to go down to my office, I drop the feed. So I'm really hoping that this works out, because I'm really enjoying that and offering that. So again, please drop your questions about sensing energy in the comments, so I have something to work with. Otherwise, I'll just start talking about how I sense energy, and then we can go from there. But I'd love to see some of your comments and dive right in there. That'd be great. Let me just check this. All right, perfect. Talking about how I sense energy, and then we can go. Okay, beautiful. All right. Let's see. Link or something. Okay, I'm on now. All right. Let me know if you can see me or not, because I had somebody just message me that they couldn't. I know it gets a little tricky here. I just want to make sure we're good before I start talking. I don't want to waste time here if there's an issue. Try to get in here with this so I can see the comments. All right, cool. So I'm going to read a few of the comments and see what happens. Again, I'm asking people to please post questions on sensing energy, and then we'll go from here. All right. So I see Elise Portier. Hi, how are you? I'm so glad that you're here. Christy Arsenal. Hey girl, how are you? Let's see. Alana, hi, how are you? And Alana actually painted this beautiful picture that I have here hanging in my new office. Temporary. But yeah, so it's Beautiful Mermaid, and what she does is Anchored Soul. Alana, you can just throw your I'm thinking slow today. Throw your website or your Facebook page in the group so people know. She makes art with shells, crystals, wood, pieces of herbs. It's just really something, and as you know, it's a really wonderful thing. So Gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. So thank you for being here, Alana, and thank you for the peace. Stacy, Cody, I hope I am saying your name right. If I'm not, I apologize. How are you? I'm glad that you're here. Michelle, how are you? Glad to see you're here. Peggy Harrigan, hi, thank you for being here. Brenda Bush, hi, how are you? Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry you lost your dog. Oh, that's awful. Is that possible? I could feel his energy where he, oh, absolutely. Absolutely, you can feel his energy. I sense my dog too passed away last year. It's almost been a year, and we sense her all the time. We sense her all the time in the house. We actually hear her, she used to claw at the top of the stairs as well too. And we'll often hear that as well too. And it's not just me, it's many members of the family that hear that as well. All right, I don't sense, all right, so Elise Fortier, here we go, good. I don't sense energy as well as I did when I was younger. How do I remove any blocks that I have? So Elise, I would say, are you, let me swipe the comments on here so I can see better. So Elise Fortier, are you analyzing? That's what I want to know. Are you analyzing? When you get information, are you guessing? Are you trying to figure it out? Are you questioning yourself? All right, because that's a big one for most people. Let me know if that's if that's something that's going on with you. And you know what? I was just reminded to do a little smudging first. So if you have smudge at your home, I would say do it. And if not, you can use this energy here as well too, but I have to do this for a second. I literally just ran upstairs and jumped online. So just give me 1 second here. I'm burning white sage and mugwort. So good stuff. Just, getting the energy, clearing the energy. Always clear your environment, always clear your electronics. Electronics are huge conductors of energy. We're all on them. I know I am way more than usual. I mean, I often spend a good amount of time, but lately has been way more. I'm tempted to leave this burning since there's nothing is going to go off at this time. Not too much, just a tiny, tiny bit. We might leave that and let that be the air element. Very big into the elements. All of you who have worked with me will know that or follow me online. Yay! Thank you for the hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so getting back to Elise's question, and this is common for a lot of people, that they sensed energy more when they were younger and they lost it along the years. And I think it's because a lot of people, you analyze, you question it. What am I feeling? Was that me? And especially if you're getting it in your own voice. And let me know as well too, Elise, like, how are you getting the energy? Are you just sensing it? Do you just know? Okay, do you feel it? Are you hearing it? Are you seeing it? A lot of times people will get it and it will just come through as a just knowing, and they'll think it's them. And that's a big, huge block for people too, because they're like, well, it's just me. And then they just analyze. A big tip that I want to give, let me write this down so I don't repeat myself too much. A big tip that I like to give people is watch your internal dialogue. If you're getting information that does not sound like you, meaning if you're getting information that uses different words than you do, I get different words, okay? Sometimes I'll even have to look them up, all right? I'll get different languages, and then I know, obviously, right? Because I only speak English fluently. So those are two key things that you want to look at. And the foundation of that, and the foundation of getting information, and the foundation of understanding the energy that you're experiencing, that you're getting, the information that you're getting, they're trying to connect with you, is clearing your minds, calming down your minds, not having racing thoughts all the time. And you can do that. It does take a little bit of work, but you can do that, and I'll tell you how. In 1 second, let me write this down. I really do forget that quickly. That's okay. So calming the mind, how can you do that? Meditation is a huge one. A lot of people don't like meditation, right? Because it's hard. Start with 5 minutes. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to go into a big, elaborate, fancy meditation for 20 minutes a day. Start with 5 minutes. If you can't do 5 minutes, start with 3 minutes. Start with what you can. Start with what is attainable so you don't feel like you failed. That's huge. And a lot of people will be like, go for huge goals. Go for huge end goals is what I teach and what I put out there. Try to go for attainable goals at first, so you feel successful. I can do this. And then the next day you try a little bit more. When you're able to do that with ease, you try a little bit more the next time. Challenge yourself in increments, right? So that works. That's huge. And that's positive energy instead of putting yourself in a negative energy. You know, so think about that. Don't go for the big hurdle at first, right? So having something to focus on is a big thing that I like to offer to people as far as quieting the mind. So having an image in your mind of, I mean, it could be anything that's good for you, okay? Excuse me, it could be an apple, it could be a particular flower, it could be whatever, you know, you get the point. Have that image that you focus on in your mind. And then you quiet down everything else and just focus on that image. If you have to think about something that's different, obviously, okay? But if your mind is racing throughout the day, which most people will find that that's the truth, and that's the situation, you need to be able to calm down your mind. You need to be in control of your mind, okay? If you're not, you're never going to really know what's going on, and you will analyze everything because you're not going to understand what's coming through. You're not going to be able to differentiate the expressions that are coming through from your own, you know, unless it's really big. And then you probably wouldn't be wondering about it. But some will come through very subtle, and some will come through very with a huge impact, rather. So I hope that helps a little bit. That's what I like to call that. Personally, I like to call that like a walking meditation, because you can do it anytime. When you notice just being I can't even think of the word, but looking at yourself. What the heck is the word? What am I looking for? Post in the comments if you get it. Observant, just self-observant, right? Notice yourself. Don't let your mind race all the time throughout the day, because what that's doing is not only blocking you getting communication, because we all have communication, we are all connected. It's taking your energy. Okay, so you really need to sit with that and figure out what's going on with that if that's happening to you. Okay, you should be in control of your mind. Your mind should not be in control of you. Okay, hopefully that helps. If you have more questions on that, just let me know. I do want to say I am making an offer today. One of the things that I do offer is guidance, personal guidance, like I'm doing right now, on how people can connect with spirit, what you have going on with you, psychic development type of things, right? Usually my rates for anything are $75 for a half hour. I am doing, if you book during this time that I'm doing the half, I don't even know how long I'm gonna end up going, excuse me, wiping my nose. I don't even know how long this video will be, but during this live video only, I'm going to offer you the opportunity to have a one-on-one with me for $25, which is insane. It's actually a quarter of the price that I usually sell, but it's only during this time. So what you have to do to redeem that offer is just message me on my my business page, and then we'll set it up. You know, so it's only while I'm doing this live stream. Okay, so that's huge. All right, because you will get so much out of that. It's not even funny. You know, it's really amazing. So, all right, let me go back to what's going on over here. All right. So Elise, all right, so Elise says, yes, so you're analyzing. Stop analyzing. The biggest thing wrong that you can do when you're working with spirit, energy, whatever you want to call it, is analyzing. It's not up to you to analyze the information. You are the medium, if you want to call it that. You are just delivering the message. It's not up to you to say, oh, let me think about that. Is that right? No, it's not. You just say it, even if it doesn't make sense at all. And one of my favorite things to say to all the people that I work with is, even if you get information for somebody and it's totally outrageous, you just give it to them. You just say it, because you don't know how significant that could actually be. You don't know how significant, if you've got something, for instance, like a red frog, right? I use that often. All right, so I'm seeing a red frog. I don't really want to say that, right? Sounds weird. It's a little weird. But then you say it to somebody and it's significant. It's usually significant. They maybe had a porcelain red frog, or their grandmother had a porcelain red frog, or so on and so forth. You get you get the meaning there, right? So it's huge. It's huge. Okay, awesome. So like I said, yeah, I'm getting people messaging me. Please, you can message me if you're friends with me on Facebook. You can message me there as well, or you can message me on my business page here if you want to book. Okay, either is fine, and I'll check both. And you've got it as long as you say it now during this live stream. Okay, $25 for half an hour, one per person. Okay, so that'll be fun. And there's nothing I enjoy more than doing that. So, good stuff. All right, let me see what else is going on here. Scrolling back because it comes through so quickly. Please keep posting in the comments your questions, and if I don't get to it during this live stream, I will do another one, depending on how people like it, and we'll go from there. All right. So Brenda Bush says, hi, Tracy. Oh, yeah. All right, I did see that. Thank you. Continue. All right. Okay, so Peggy Harrigan says, dearest love of my life passed on 4/2. Really, I want to be able to sense him better. So Peggy, that's a very, very difficult thing to do. And I find that often that's a big thing that people want to be able to do, obviously, for obvious reasons. But I would say just keep talking to the person, okay? And that's going to establish and open the connection better, and it may take some time, okay, but you have to be open to it, and you cannot analyze it. If you get just boom, even for instance, if you're just standing in the kitchen washing dishes and he pops into your mind, boom, like that, that's a message, and then you can go from there with that. Trust is the hugest thing. Okay, so when you start to trust that and you're not analyzing it, the doors open up much more quickly, okay? So, and trust me, it's as simple as that. It really is, okay? It's huge. And I'm sorry for your loss, okay? Lisa Carpenter, hi. How are you, girl? Nice to see you here. Hope you're okay. Hope everything's good. Alana Almonte, love it. Yes, thank you so much. And I love again. My painting is so beautiful. And this is actually the north in my home, so I'm big into the quarters and putting things respectively in the quarters as far as north, south, east, west, and their elements. So this is perfect, having the shells and all the earthy elements, being able to post that in the, hang that rather in the north. So that's perfect. It worked out really, really well. So I'm very excited about that. I couldn't love it more. I really couldn't. Your artwork is just amazing, and it's a little light. I have a lot of light in this room, which I love. But the painting is just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And the energy there is just amazing. All right, let's see. Michelle, glad to be here. I hope you're well. We are so far. We're very fortunate. My son works at a testing site almost daily. So we're very fortunate that everybody is well so far. you know, and very grateful. I'm very proud of him as well, too, for doing that, you know, and all the people that are working on the front lines, of course. All right, let's see. And if I didn't answer your question, just post it again, or I'll look back through them, like I said before, and go back through them again. Laura Bacchus, hi, how are you? I'm so happy that you're here. Let's see. I usually feel it, especially from my mom who passed. So Brenda Bush says, I usually feel it, especially from my mom who passed. So Brenda, if you can, if you don't mind, why don't you share how you feel it? Because that will help a lot of people reading through the comments, okay? Because everybody's different, all right? There's no right way, there's no rhyme or reason, there's no secret recipe. Everybody's different. So if you can post that, people will be like, oh my gosh, maybe, you know, they feel that way too, which will be awesome. Sometimes it's just as simple as relating. It really is. Like, wow, I feel that too. That's what that is. Validation. It really is, because everybody just judges themselves, and not judges, but second guesses themselves, and it's hard, you know, but it really is. You need to trust, and when you have that trust, like I said, and I'll keep repeating it, and I always do, the gates open like crazy. And there is a way to get that trust, which I will get to as well too. Let me make a note of that so I don't forget. I'll actually come on here. I decided, now that I have a better setup here in my home, that I'm going to start doing a series of meditations. So what I'm referring to now in regards to what I was just saying is it's the way to get that trust is to build a reputation. To build a relationship with your guides, all right? To understand who your guides are. That will be one of the next things that I do. It's going to be a meditation here on how you can do that, okay? That's huge. That's how you have trust. And that's how you don't doubt anything, and you will say anything, and you will do anything because you just trust them so much. That's key. That's huge. Alrighty. So Amy Khan, I'm not sure if I said hello yet, but hello, hello. Hello again if I said hello already. Stephanie Blaylock, hello, first time here. Hi Stephanie, so glad to have you here. I hope you enjoy it. Let's see, Elisa's back and she says, let me read this quick. Okay, so Elise is saying, Elise Portier, the one that had commented earlier, says, when my dad passed, it was clear, but lately I'm getting senses of things, seeing flashes of light, not sure who, what it is. I do overthink. I've been meditating more regularly. I think that will help. It does help immensely. That's what you need to do. You need to discover the patterns. And I'm so glad that you said that you do feel these things a lot, and sometimes you don't realize what they are. That's huge. Sometimes we're just sensing energy that's there, okay? And it's a lot to do. It's very similar to, if anybody's familiar with IET, so integrated energy therapy. Sometimes you will feel the energy, but you will not understand what it is, okay? Or who it is, or what they want to say, and that's fine, okay? Sometimes it's just how it is, because I do believe that we're experiencing things on parallel spaces, okay? And that's why the super sensitive will be able to feel that. All right, so what you want to do when that's happening is ask the questions. What am I feeling? Why are you feeling it? Why am I feeling this? Do you want to speak to me? And just tune into all the senses. So tune into if you smell anything differently. Are you feeling anything differently? Are you seeing anything differently? Are you thinking of anything differently? And write it all down. All right, and that will help you understand that. If you're supposed to understand that at that time, and if not, it'll pass, and that's completely fine. Okay, again, don't waste your energy too much on things you don't understand, because it's just going to be an energy drain, and that's a big deal. All right, Let's see. How do you deal with others' negative energy? I just see what they around me. All right, so Brenda Bush says, how do you deal with others' negative energy? I try to see a white light around me. Is that okay? Yes, white light around you is fantastic. Any way that you deal with it, Brenda, if you have anything like Reiki or IET or another healing modality, you can surround yourself with that energy. You can use your symbols for that energy. You can also use crystals. So I happen to have one right here on my desk. This is a smoky quartz. If it speaks to you, if crystals speak to you, if they work for you, that's fantastic. If not, that's okay too. This is actually a great filter for energies. So it pretty much filters out energies that are not correct for you. Okay, so smoky quartz is a huge one. Deal with negative energy. I try to limit contact with people I don't feel good around. And not everybody always understands that. And sometimes people will take offense to it and think that it's them. If it's more like a group related thing and it's not, people have to do what's right for them. And it's not always pleasant and it doesn't always feel good, you know, but you have to do what's right for you, and it makes a huge difference. You know, even if you have people that are friends that tend to drain your energy or just aren't really in alignment with you at this time, you have to limit your contact with them. You know, it's just how it is. And then that will wax and wane, and you have to trust your own instincts. You have to trust your energy, right? There really is a rhyme and a reason for everything. And the more in tune you are to that, and the more you trust it, and the more you go with it, the better you will feel, especially if you're an empath. So empaths feel a ton of energy and they're drained by everything pretty much, okay? Even if you know. So let's see. Amy Khan, self-aware. Yes, self-aware, Amy, definitely. That's what I was saying earlier. I believe that's what you're referring to, being self-aware. How do you feel all the time? Who are you with? Are you feeling drained around these people? Are you feeling drained around this person? How do you feel when you leave someone? Do you feel better? Are you more energetic after you leave their presence? After you stop talking to them online even? After you stop talking to them on the phone? How do you feel? Are you better? Are you worse? Are you more energized? Are you depleted? Do you feel the same? Those are the things you want to journal about. And I'm laughing because some people really hate journaling, right? I push the journaling because it's going to help you understand more about yourself, because you will forget, all right? So that's huge. That's a big one. You're welcome, Elise. Thank you. Thank you for posting. I hope that helped. Let's see. So Lisa Carpenter signed me up. I don't know how to go to your page while watching this at the same time. All right, you don't have to go to my page if you want to do a one-on-one session with me. What I'm offering as a bonus right now during this live, as long as I'm on here, and I don't know how long I'm going to stay, I'll stay as long as it's going. Usually, like I said before, my rates are $75 per 30 minutes. Right now, I'm only offering 1 half hour per person. If you want to have a one-on-one with me, only for psychic development, $25. So message me. If you're friends with me on Facebook, message me there, or message me here on my business page. During this time, you could click out of the live, go message me, and then come back on and join again, if that's the case. But that's the way that I'm doing it. It's the only way that I can keep track of it, you know, in a respectful way. So that's how I'm doing it. So let's see. Ashley Lynn Dawkins, I saw a red flag. Did you really? I'm not surprised, Ashley. I'm not surprised at all. We have a strange connection like that, don't we? That's very interesting. I love that. Good. So what did you get with the red frog? Did you get any information there with that? That's pretty cool. Awesome. So Ashley, I've worked with her a lot over the years. So she's pretty strong as well. All right. Nikki, let me read this first. Okay, so Nikki, this is perfect. Nikki LaPrade says, I've done readings for people and had no idea what it meant. but then that person ends up jumping for joy when you mention it, and it's amazing. Yes, it is amazing, and that's why I said trust everything that comes through. You're not the one receiving the message. You don't have to understand it, you know. And as soon as you come to terms with that, and you're not worried about being right, you're not worried about being a superstar. You're just worried about delivering the message. That's when it's just going to come through really, really easy, and it's going to be amazing. All right. Oh, so Josie Smith, thank you so much. So Josie says, wow, that deal is wild. Everyone should take advantage of that. Yes, thank you very much, Josie. I appreciate that. I think so too. Just feeling it, you know, just feeling like I want to help, just feeling like I want to put it out there and stay busy, really, because it's fun, it's nice, and it's great. And I think everybody needs that right now. I really do. I'm actually going to be coming out with something incredibly reasonable. Honestly, the only reason why I'm charging a price is so, like, and I like to say the riffraff, so the riffraff doesn't join to bust your beans, you know, minimal price, like nothing, really. And it's going to be working with shadow. So I think a lot of us are dealing with that right now. And that's what I'm going to turn my monthly group into next month. Instead of it just being accountability, it's going to be focusing on shadow. So that's that. Haven't put that up yet for joining, but I will have that up within the next couple of days to join if you want to. All right, let's see. So Elise, you said yes, I want to do it. That's awesome. Good, I'm so glad. All right, let's see. Just sent you a message about booking a session. So Jessica Archer, oh, I'm so glad you're here. How are you, girl? I miss you so much. Just sent you a message about booking a session. Yes, please, and thank you so much. Oh, good, I'm so glad. This will be a lot of fun. I really enjoy this so much. I really, really do. Let's see. Aww. So Brenda Bush says, since my mom passed, I see hearts when I need one. She loved hearts, so I think it's from her. Brenda, absolutely. Absolutely, and that's exactly it. You have to trust it. You know it, you trust it. Don't analyze it. Go with it, okay? And that's how simple it is. The more you trust it, the more you will get, the more it will open up, okay? I do see people messaging me, and I will get back to you this weekend, okay? Let's see. Okay, so Peggy Harrigan says, I have hard to know if he's answering me or if I'm filling in what he would say. Absolutely understand that. All right, so one thing I like to say to people, and I don't know how far you are with development or if you are developing at all, which I think you are. One thing I like to say to people is a cute little trick, a quick little trick rather, that you can do is it me? Is it the other person? And you'll get a hit on either. So I get a physical hit, I get an emotion through my body. You may just have a knowing. You may see a sign or a symbol. You may smell something, all right? You may just know which. You have to trust that. It's all about trust. It's all about trust, and you really need to trust, okay? Trust me when I tell you, you can talk to crossed over ones all the time. All you have to do is just talk. You can do it out loud. You can do it in your thoughts. It doesn't matter. One thing that doesn't matter, and I like to point this out to everybody too, and that's why I always say, keep your thought process clear and clean. However, it should be you, right? You can't be fake, you can't fool the universe, okay? You have to be you. But try to keep your thought process clean and clear, okay? Because it's not private, all right? So know that. All is known. So regarding what you were saying, all is known, they can hear everything, they will get the message, is what I'm trying to say, okay? They will. Talk often, talk every day. Believe, have faith. Right. All right, let's see. Okay, so Alana Almonte says, oh, thank you so much, referring to the painting that I have here. Beautiful Anchored Soul is her business. Love, love, love it. Let's see, she actually looks like you. Thank you very much. I take that as a huge compliment. Love how much thought you put into where you placed her. Awesome, awesome, awesome. It just felt right. And honestly, this is the west direction. So north is directly behind me. And then to the right will be more west, right? From my house's alignment. So it was just perfect because obviously that is, she has a lot of earth there as well. And she also has water, being a mermaid and being with the shells, right? So perfect, perfect spot. And it just feels great. And I love her so much. So it's perfect. I love it. I really do. You're very, very, very talented. Very talented. Let's see. Hearts. So Brenda Bush is also saying, I find hearts in my path when I am stressed or I feel her in my dreams hugging me. That's beautiful. They do come through maybe even more easily for some people in your dreams. And you wake up and you know it wasn't just a dream, right? Trust it. All right, let's see. And, okay, so Rhonda Bishop, hi, how are you? Says, mine is always in dreams. Yes, a lot of people will get, messages in the dream state, and that's perfect because you're more accepting then, you're not analyzing, right? So you need to trust that. Having a dream journal is important. Have a journal by your bed before you. One tip that I have for that is before you move, before your feet hit the floor, journal. Because as soon as you move, as soon as your feet hit the floor, you're going to start forgetting. And that's a trick. That's a huge tip right there. And that's what I always say when I'm giving attunements and everything during my IT and Reiki and all energetic healings. Don't move. That's why I tell people I'll have them take their journals to the seat with them and say, don't move. Write in your journal before you go back to your seat, because as soon as you move, you're going to start forgetting. All right, let's see. Okay, so Kim, your guide Perry, hi, how are you, girl? Will it be like meditation we did during Reiki Masterclass? Reiki Masterclass. It changes from class to class, so I'm thinking, tell me a little bit more about that, Kim. Was it the guide, the meditation for guides? Obviously, it's not going to be using the symbols. I know you know that. Let me know a little bit more what you're talking about. It may be similar. I pitch this meditation all the time because it's huge and everybody should do it. Everybody should use it to connect with their guides. So let me know a little bit more what you mean, Kim, and that will be out soon. Very soon. All right, so Brenda Bush says she also sees light flashes. So that's a huge one. Flashes of light. I remember being in school, right? In like middle school, just being so distracted and this is so bad, but just being so distracted by watching flashes of light and not even thinking anything about it because it's just you, right? Until you start talking to other people and then you understand not everybody sees that, right? But yeah, it can be very distracting, but that's energy, right? Just like I just posted earlier today too, the aura pictures and the light energy that I just got the other night. What I was doing there when I had my thumb to my middle finger is an IET move for bringing in angelic energy, right? So there was that. And also I was sensing Reiki energy as well too. So you can actually call forward the energy, and a lot of times it will just come in by itself as well too, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful when you sense it, and that's what I do. I'll sense the energy, or I'll call it in, and then I start taking pictures, and it's one of my most favorite things to do because it's just fascinating. It really is. For me anyway. All right, so let's see. Brenda Bush. Many numbers to like 111, etc. Yes, so numbers, numerology, very huge messages there. Look up angel numbers. I think it's Joanne Sacred Scribe that I really like to use for a reference with numerology and repeating numbers, right? That's a huge one. They come through in so many ways, and it's just paying attention to it and being open to it and following up on it. That's important, right? All right. So, okay, so Michelle says, I'm not going to say her last name, I'm afraid I'm going to mess it up. Would love to build a better relationship with my guides and be able to better sense that energy. So that will be actually, I'll go with that as the first meditation that I offer. I'm going to start offering meditations now that like I said, I have this space that I can use, and I will be offering at least weekly meditations. All right, that will be the first one. Okay. And that'll be big, and I'll actually do it with you online. Hi, Lisa Watts. How are you? Glad to have you here. Awesome. Let's see. Jessica Archer, love smoky quartz. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's a must-have. Must-have. All right, so Lisa Carpenter says, I get feelings on my head. It's like, it feels like someone playing with my hair, but at my scalp, not the end. Almost feels like there's something in my hair, like bugs crawling around. Forgive the analogy. I get it. I totally get it. What you want to do with that, Lisa, is keep a journal. Write down when you're feeling it. What are you thinking at that time? What are you thinking at that time? Okay. Ask yourself, is this a guide? How do you feel? Right? I'll go more into that with the guide meditation that I'm going to do, because I don't want to digress too much here, and that's very specific with that. But that's what you need to do. See if there's a pattern. You always want to see if there's a pattern. That's why I push the journaling as well too. See where the pattern is. That's how you're going to know if it's guide energy, and you'll be able to understand it better. All right, see the patterns. That's common. That's a huge one. All right, for people, because they feel. Sometimes there'll be a lot of tingling on their head. Sometimes it'll be just, like you said, like it feels like something's crawling around or whatever. But, you know, that's how you're feeling it, and that's fine. All right. So Carol LaCroix, you're saying hate it, but I don't know what you're referring to. Oh, journaling. I know. I was thinking about you. You know I was thinking about you. Oh, funny. One of the ones anyway. I know you hate it. I know you hate it. Just like I like to say, it doesn't have to be a book that you're journaling about. Bullet points. Bullet points. Go with the bullet points just to jog your memory, just so you don't forget. Okay, that's huge. All right, Lisa Watts, I need another distance Reiki healing. Let me know, Lisa. I do offer distance Reiki, so if you want to set that up, just message me. Let's see. Hi, Anne Ducharme. How are you? I'm glad that you're here. Welcome. Let's see. So Brenda Bush is saying, after my dad passed, my hibiscus tree bloomed that day. One beautiful flower, and the only other time was the day I got his ashes. I think that was his energy telling me he was okay. That's a beautiful message, Brenda. Again, trust it. Trust what you're getting, okay? That was my dog, not dad, okay? Again, just trust it, okay? Trust what you're getting. Like I said, that will open up the pathway. All right, so Carol says, definitely will be joining, need help with shadow work. I think we all do right now, right? There's so much there, so much there. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. All right, so Christy Arsenal says, third time since yesterday I have heard about working with shadow. Okay, I think the universe is trying to tell me something, yes, right? It's just pushing its way there, right? I think it's perfect. I think it's in such alignment, it's not even funny, right? Okay, so Perry Perry Harrigan. Awesome, Tracy. I have booked either you and I hope to continue working with you, not only about Steve, but others as well. Awesome, Peggy. My goals. Okay, very good. Is to be helpful for others. Awesome. I can definitely help you with that. So yes, please message me. Let's set something up when you're ready and we'll go forward from there. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Oh, Nikki Lee Praise says, Lola, her dog, visits her in her dreams all the time. I made her a place to live in my astral realm. Oh, the day she died. I think she likes the setup I gave her. That's beautiful. Oh, I'm so sorry again for your loss. And Nikki says she'll be meditating and her dog comes in and she thinks she's chosen to be one of my guides. I believe that's true as well too. I was just feeling that. That's beautiful. Okay, so Kim Perry says, guided meditation, we were guided to see our spirit guides. Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. That was a Reiki by William Lee Rand. No, this will be something different. This will be something that I will offer you. It's definitely different. That's a beautiful one as well too. That one you can use as well. But the one that I'm offering will be a little bit more pinpointed and specific. Okay, yep, that's the one. All right, that'll be great, Good cactus. All right, so Peggy, Harrigan, my orchid cactus bloomed yesterday as well, picked up Steve's ashes. Aww, that's beautiful. So beautiful stuff. Let's see, so does anybody have any more questions? So connecting with spirit, so I want to say, and I'll just, I'm definitely going to do this again, and you can put your comments here and that will be easier for me to go forward with the next live that I offer with information on as far as what people are asking, because I mean, anybody can pick up a textbook and look at it. I'm not going to give you textbook stuff here. I want to get more specific, right? So what do you need help with? So Alana Almaty says, does warm or cold energy mean anything specific? So warm or cold regarding what you're doing and how you receive the energy will be different, and that's why you need to keep a journal. So it's going to, warm or cold will mean something different. It may mean something different for you than it does for me. So as far as like when I'm doing a healing modality, if I'm doing a healing modality, a lot of times, especially with Reiki, it'll be hot, right? But if I'm feeling something spiritual come through, my hands will be ice cold, right? So that's me, and it can be different for everyone. There is no standard, and I'd like to put that out there. There is no standard. What I experience does not mean you have to experience that as well. So by that, I mean you have to keep a journal. When are you feeling the heat? When are you feeling the cold? What's going on at that time? The pattern will tell you your language. Your language is all that matters. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks or is feeling, okay? That's why journaling is so important. Put together your pattern, figure out your pattern. And thank you for that question. That's a good one. That's a huge one. Because a lot of times people will think, especially when they're doing the energy work like Reiki or IET or any healing modality, that they think that their hands should be hot. That's not always the case. If you pick up on spiritual information, if you pick up on spirits coming through, the temperature usually will drop. In my experience, it'll drop. It'll be ice cold. And that's why during my classes, I tell everybody, dress in layers, bring sweaters, even in the summer, because the temperature just fluctuates like crazy, right? There really is no right or wrong. It's just figuring out your language, right? So again, does anybody have any questions? Let me know. I'll take a last minute question. If not, I'm probably going to sign out here soon. Remember, you can get energy through hearing it. Quieting your mind is how you hear that. Just from knowing, trusting. If you're not trusting, is it me? Ask the question, is it me? Or is it true? Is this whatever? Ask the question, how do you feel right away. Don't analyze it. How do you feel right away? You can get it from seeing. Seeing visually, I see visually. I also see in my third eye, okay? The grass is not greener on the other side is something that I always like to say as well too. So go with what you have. Go with what you have, and you can always develop the other things, right? You can smell. So sometimes you'll get different smells. There's so many things, and sometimes you just know stuff, and that's okay, right? So, and there's so many other clairs as well too. Excuse me. Like I said, I'm not going to get all textbooky here because that's not what this is all about. I just want to answer your questions and go from there. But like I said, if you're watching this after the live and you have questions, pop them in the comments. I'll probably jump on here and do this again because I think this is really good for people. And I'll get to them. So it looks like we're winding down here. So the last few minutes to message me either on my private Facebook page or my business one. If you want to have a one-on-one with me for 30 minutes, I'm offering it for $25, normally $75 for 30 minutes. So get on there and message me right now, and I will contact you after this and set it up. And if not, I think every time I go live, going forward during this time, just to make it fun and busy, right? I'm gonna offer something crazy, right? It'll be fun. So that looks like that's it. I'm not seeing any more questions pop in here. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. I thank all of you for being here. I hope you're all safe, and thank you. And thank you, Elise. I see your comment there. Thank you very much. And thank you, Lisa. And I will talk to you guys soon. And I'm going to have that check back often. I will have that set up soon. I will set it up by Sunday the latest for the meditation, the Meet Your Guide meditation that I'm going to do. All right, that's going to be huge. That'll be huge. All right, I'm sure it'll unfold to something more too, because it always does. But all right, awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Tara. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Carol. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure, and I look forward to working with you soon. All right, guys, have a great day. Take care. Bye.